How do? It has been a while, guys. Firstly, yes, welcome new subscribers, people to the channel, everyone who supported the channel from day one, guest past, present and future, and everyone who's contributed to the channel, everyone who supports me on Patreon, and everyone who's bought me a brew. So the new year, 2023, it's not started quite as I thought. I've worked my ass off up to Sunday, just gone. Long hours, including Sunday. Yesterday, there was loads of things I had to catch up on. I've still, apologies, not caught up with emails and everything. I had a lot of running about to do. I was super tired. I know I look tired now. Today, got up with all good intentions and boom, it's like a shovel in the face. Super tired. I've had a little sleep this afternoon. But we'll get back there. Right, we'll get back there. Finally this week, I'm back on the road. I'm just going to read this. Only a short bit. Stay with me. And then I'll explain why I'm reading it to you. What are IPP sentences? Right? Those that are new to the channel or have been around a long while, I'm sure, and myself, I don't completely understand the workings. So just listen. Short bit I'm going to read. Then I'll tell you why I'm reading this. Sentences of imprisonment for public protection, IPPs, were created by the Criminal Justice Act 2003 and started to be used in April 2005. They were designed to protect the public from serious offenders whose crimes did not merit a life sentence. Did you hear that? Serious offenders, yeah? Bear that in mind. Offenders sentenced to an IPP are set a minimum term tariff. Normally, as a prisoner, for whatever, you'll be given a 2-year tariff. That'll probably mean you'll serve 12 months and then you'll be out on licence, which means the rest of your 2 years you serve in the community. And that goes upwards with a lot of sentences before you get to life sentences. Some sentences, when you go over 5 years, the rules change, serve 2/3 and so on and so forth. But this one, from serious offenders. When they reach their tariff, they can apply to the parole board for release. Parole board will release an offender only if satisfied it is no longer necessary for protection of public for the offender to be confined. Bollocks, absolute bollocks this. If offenders are given parole, they will be on supervised licence for at least 10 years. If offenders are refused parole, they can only apply again after 1 year, full year. Yeah, and let me tell you something else about this 10-year licence. It doesn't say about in there. If they breach that licence, and as I well know, heroin addict, 35 years heroin addict, uses heroin, tells his probation officer, and bam, he's back in. Just like that, breached. And that could be 12 months or 2 years. An addict, we're locking them back up. This sentence, absolutely brutal. It was abolished in 2012. Right, the reason I'm telling you this now, I'm going to be travelling this week. I'm getting back out on the road. This is what I want to do, guys. Yeah, these interviews. Two young ladies whose siblings are locked up still. They were IPP, still are IPP prisoners. One of them, a non-violent street robbery. Yeah, tariff of 2 years. 11 years later, he's still in. Because obviously he's a serious offender and he's a risk to the public. Not. The other one, 3 years. I think it's for GBH or similar. Had a fight and came off best. Let me tell you now, I'm not laughing for no good reason. I'm not laughing. I nearly got a prison sentence when I was 21. I had a fight with a lad who was a minor from Barnsley. Yeah, proper stand-up fist fight. Yeah. Police pulled us apart. We were both drunk and I got the better of him. It was a good fight. He looked a mess. When we went to court, yeah, the judge looked at him and looked at me. Yeah, he started giving it me. This lad, bless him, said, listen, listen, sir, because you do call him sir. We were both very polite and very upright and very forthright. He said, listen, sir, I'm as bad as him. You know, we got to it. Nobody particularly started it, but we got to it. He got the better of me. We've shook hands, we've forgot about it. He was going to lock me up, quite definitely. He was a mess, this lad. Broken nose, he looked a mess. Yeah. So this lad got in a fight, and he got a tariff for 3 years. Yeah. 19 years later, he's still locked up. This sentence was handed out by the criminal justice system, judges and the like, not in a proper manner. It was misused. They chucked it out left, right and centre. This sentence were designed, trigger warning for some people, or they probably left the channel now, which is fine. Sex offenders and terrorists and the like. Yeah? Because lots of sex offenders and terrorists have had normal sentences, got out of prison, and guess what? A big percentage have committed acts of terror and sexual assaults and the like on women, children, and in some cases men. It was used inappropriately. These lads and lasses, and there are thousands of them, are rotting in prison. I came across a lot. One of them's paperwork. It was round about 2006, 2007. Come to me, Mr. Samworth. I don't understand my paperwork. When you get a prison sentence, a lot of people don't understand this. Yeah. The prison does a calculation and they will print off some paperwork. Usually takes 4 weeks. I tell all the lads, you know, give us a couple of weeks, lad. If you've not had O, I'll find out where it is. Piece of paperwork, it'll have the earliest release date on. Yeah. Buzzing. Things like that. This lad said, I don't understand this paperwork, Mr. Samworth. I looked at the paperwork. Yeah. 99 years it said on it. He says, Mr. Samworth, you know, I was told I got 18-month prison sentence. I've got this paperwork. It says 99 years. I didn't know what it were. I found out. That's how it comes. It's a shock to the system. The prison service never adapted to it in a lot of cases. There's prisons that have held IP prisoners for a long, long time. Made no provision to move on. No provision to do any work that is on their sentence plan or OASIS report. I'm never sure what the OASIS report stands for, the acronym, but they are basically something that is done by an officer. They sit down with a prisoner and it's their plan through prison. Yeah, these lads and lasses rotting. 11 years there and 19 years for non-serious offences. Yeah, nobody cares. These two lasses I'm going to be interviewing, I know one of them who I've spoke to at length, he certainly made her very ill. When she realised what her brother was going through, she's campaigning endlessly, and there's loads of them out there campaigning. There's one lass I spoke to quite a few times who's still campaigning. Her brother's no longer here. He died in prison, took his own life. So Thursday, Friday I'll be interviewing. Hopefully I'll get one up for Friday evening and one up for Sunday. Yeah. I'm just going to leave it there, guys. Like I said, not a start I wanted. I know I look tired. I will get back to vlogging. Hopefully get out with Stephen tomorrow. And then onwards and upwards with the channel. So thanks for your patience. I am looking forward to this year. There's a lot of people coming forward who... a lot of it is not going to be pleasant listening, sorry, but the more people that, you know, put themselves out there, the more people it helps. Believe me, I know that from the hundreds and hundreds of messages I get. So thanks to everyone. Again, thanks to everyone who supported the channel, contributed. I'll see you.